An average day for me, so I go through my school day, I come back, I usually take a little time for myself with my door closed, so I'll kind of get things organized, I'll clean my room, open my door up because I always like to be available for my residents.
Throughout the day, I see my residents a lot. I say hi to my residents quite a bit and have little mini conversations with them to see how they're doing and all that. Really just getting to know my residents and hanging out with them and you know, having good relations and helping them out with whatever they need.
Because with some CAs, they like play video games with their residents or play sports with them. I'm not very athletic or inclined towards video games because I'm kind of bad at them. So I tend to make it more of a like, we talk about different things on my floor and those kinds of like interactions.
A thing that surprised me is you're never not in your job. I mean, even if you're off duty, you're still a CA in the building. Even if you're out around campus, you're still a CA.
It's not a delegated hour system. You could just have some resident knock on your door at 2 a.m. and you kind of have to put on that face, the CA hat, and be like, hi, how are you doing? I wasn't sleeping, I'm not mad, don't worry.
You know, there are times when you might feel a little drained, but that's the nice thing about having your other CAs and your supervisor, because you can always talk to them.
We're all a resource to each other. If I ever have a situation, I know I can text one of my coworkers or say, hey, can I talk to you, and have that conversation with them. Always keeping it kind of confidential, but they're always going to be there if I approach somebody and just brought up, hey, I have a resident dealing with this, I don't know what to do. How would you handle this?
A lot of our job is sort of owning when we don't know something, but then by the same token, owning when we do. Being willing to say, I may not know the exact answer, but I trust myself enough to know that I have these skills and can help all of us through this. That development of confidence is such a huge part of this role. I'm never gonna stop being grateful for that.
I came in looking like it's a job for other people and I'm not really gonna get too much out of it. But you really learn a lot about yourself. And I think that's really great.
You know, you hear about the CA position, you do rounds, you do billboards, you meet with the residents, you know, this and that, but there's so much more to it. You learn so much about yourself, you learn so much about the world, you learn so much about interacting with people, and it was incredible to me how much I grew within the first semester even, and then continuing on to a year and now 3 years. I'm definitely a much different person than I was my freshman year coming into college, and a lot of it has to do with me being a CA, and it's the best experience I could have had in college.